Good morning, my dear students. Today we are going to look into this beautiful poem, Father to Son by Elizabeth Jennings. Now, before I get into what the poetry is about, how suggestive the title is, let us see, and try to discover about Elizabeth Jennings. So, Jennings happens to, be one of the modern poets, but her style of writing has been very, very traditional. A British poet as she is, she has a lot of clarity in her style of writing and has focused a lot upon, delineation for human relationships in her poetry. So you will not find a lot of complexity in her poetry as you can see that in generally other contemporary poets. And she is very, very drawn towards her poetry by its sheer, lyrical charm, simplicity, and clarity. So for you, all you have to bear in mind is that Elizabeth Jennings, we lost her in 2001, was a British poet, and here she has beautifully tried to, highlight or to bring home, or what should I say should be the theme of the poetry, She tries to bring home the agony of breakup in a loving relationship. And now when I say breakup, it just does not only mean one kind of love relationship between a girl or a boy. Here we are talking about a very beautiful relationship between a father and a son. And tomorrow, when you grow up, when we grow up and we feel that sometimes our parents don't understand us, हम बहुत casually बोल देते हैं कि आप नहीं समझ पाएंगे या आप नहीं समझते, and there is this thing that we call generation gap. So in such a scenario, when we children feel, or when we grown-ups feel, or when we in our youth feel that our parents don't understand us, but the thing is this, that our parents have already been through that phase where we are today. So Jennings highlights the gap in age and moral values, which leads to clash of personalities. When two people do not agree with each other, they do not respond to each other in the correct manner, then what happens? Then there is lot of clash. There are arguments, there are clashes. And particularly this relationship of a father and a son is so close, it is so sacred, and it is so cherished, so much loved. But it can break up due to rigid attitudes. When a father fails to understand his son's point of view, when a son refuses to listen to his father, when a son refuses to take suggestions from his father, or the father refuses to understand the point of view of the son, then these clashes appear. And this rigidity leads to something very important, that is lack of understanding and respect. If you will not understand each other, you will not respect each other. And then what will happen? There are only going to be clashes. So in this poem, if you look at the title, Father to Son, the father is desiring the same relationship with his son as he enjoyed it during his son's childhood. When the son is all grown up, he has his own opinions, he has his own mind, he has his own decisions, and apparently maybe the son is saying, I'm all grown up, I have my own life. So the father misses the time when the son was a little kid, he was a little child, and he loved him so much. So he just wants that time to come back. And then during the course of this entire poetry, you will see that the father is ready to forgive his son, and he wishes a rapprochement. He wants that, okay, let's just forget everything, let's just patch up, let's just shape some kind of new love, let there be new beginning. A father-son relationship is so precious, we cannot just give it up. So the father wants to somehow break the ice. But he feels very, very helpless. And this helplessness has been brought out by Elizabeth Jennings in a very, very effective way. Okay, and in the end of the poem you will see that both of them realize, both the father and the son, they both realize that both of them are looking for something to forgive, but apparently it is this generation gap, it is this lack of understanding, it is this lack of love and bond that they are not able to understand each other. So this, my dear children, is going to be the theme of the poem that we'll do today, father to son. So it is like an appeal. It is a father saying something to his son, a father talking to his son. So we all need to understand. Okay, and Father's Day was just yesterday. Okay, and it's very important that we realize how our parents have played such an important role in our lives. We owe everything that we are to our parents, be it your mom or be it your dad. So with this poem particularly, when we are talking about father to son, let each one of us today realize the importance of our fathers in our life. They may be strict, they may be loving, they may be very, very friendly to you, they may be slightly distant to you, but then by the end of the day, they are your dad. And trust me, nobody can stand by you the way your parents do. So this poem, let us dedicate the understanding of this poem to our fathers, and let's just understand what this father in this poetry has to say for his son. So my dear students, please join me as I get into the paraphrase of the poetry. So the poem begins with in first person, that is I, where the father is talking to his son. And he says, I do not understand this child. He's saying, I don't understand this child. ये बच्चा जब बचपन में था तो बिल्कुल different था. But now when he has grown up, I just don't understand him. So the first line, the very first line tells us that the father is so helpless. वो कहता है मैं नहीं समझ पाता इसको. There is so lack of understanding, and the first line itself very clearly tells us that it's like frustration. It is so much of frustration कि भाई अब मेरी समझ में नहीं आता ये बच्चा. I do not understand this child. Then he says, though we have lived together now in the same house for years, I know nothing of him. कहता है जबकि हम इसी घर में एक साथ इतने सालों से रह रहे हैं, फिर भी मुझे आज ऐसा लगता है कि I do not know anything about him. He is like a stranger to me. This the father is saying. So, try to build up a relationship from how he was when small. तो कहता है इसलिए मैं चाहता हूँ कि ये desire है, this is a desire of the father, that I want to build up the same relationship with my son just the way when it was when he was small. See, when children are small, they're all dependent upon their parents. Who will bathe them, who will feed them, who will clothe them, who will take care of them. This is entirely the parents' responsibility. And this father in particular misses his child's love maybe from then when he was just a kid. So in the first stanza he says that I do not understand this child, and even though when we have lived together in this house for so many years, this boy, I don't know him. And therefore, because I do not know him, the word is so, therefore, I am trying to build a relationship. See, the father is not giving up. Father ने ये नहीं कहा कि ठीक है, I don't know you, I don't understand you, so get out. No, he didn't do that. All he is trying to say is that he is trying to build up a relationship from the same way as it was when this little boy was small. That's the opening first stanza. These are the opening lines. So all he is saying is that I tried to relate to him by going back to his childhood days. That is how the father is trying to connect to him. And then he says, yet have I killed the seed I spent, or sown it where the land is his and none of mine. See, the father says कि भाई I have raised this child, इस बच्चे को मैंने बड़ा करा है. I have raised him with love, moral values, patience, kindness. So these are the values that he has sown in the child. See, we always say that our first teachers are our parents. हम जो भी बेसिक चीज़ें सीखते हैं before we come to the school, they come from our parents. तो वो बोलता है कि कि किस सीड्स की बात हो रही है. ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट सीड्स ऑफ लव, सीड्स ऑफ मॉरल वैल्यूज, सीड्स ऑफ पेशेंस, सीड्स ऑफ काइंडनेस. ओके, सीड्स ऑफ helping him becoming grow into a better human being. तो कहता है the seed I spent or sown it where the land is his or none of mine and none of mine. तो समझो, कहता है जो सीड मैंने बोया था, जो वैल्यूज मैंने इसके अंदर डाली थी, तो वो वैल्यूज मैंने कहाँ डाली? क्या वो जो वैल्यूज मैंने इस बच्चे के अंदर बोई थी, क्या वो वही हैं और हैव दे फेल्ड? What he is trying to say is that, or sown it where the land is his and none of mine. Land is his मतलब values तो सारी किसकी हैं? फादर की. और land और body और individuality किसकी है? सब बेटे की. It is the son. So he says, have I killed the seed I had planted? कि where is that seed? मैंने इसको बहुत प्यार से, बहुत moral values के साथ, kindness के साथ, बहुत अच्छे से मैंने इसको बड़ा करा. तो मैंने इसके अंदर हर वो बीज डाला while he was growing up, that this boy will turn out to be a beautiful, fruitful, flowering tree. अब बोलते हैं ना इंग्लिश में, as you sow, so shall you reap. आप जो बोएंगे वो ही आप काटेंगे. ठीक, अगर आपने फ्रूट्स बोया है तो आपको फ्रूट ही मिलेगा. अब ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता ना कि आपको नफरत, आप अगर इफ यू गोना सो लव, यू शुड रीप लव. बट यहाँ ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. यहाँ बोया गया तो बहुत सारा प्यार, बट उसका रिजल्ट वैसा नहीं निकला. रिटर्न में जब ये बच्चा बड़ा हुआ है, अब नाउ व्हेन द बॉय इज ऑल ग्रोन अप, तो फिर वो वापस रेसिप्रोकेट क्यों नहीं हो रहा है टुवर्ड्स द फादर? तो ही इज आस्किंग, इज द सीड वेस्टेड? या वो सीड ऐसी जगह सो हुआ जहां सारा लैंड इस बच्चे का है एंड नन ऑफ माइन. नाउ लैंड ओवर हियर माय डियर चिल्ड्रन, प्लीज पे अटेंशन, इट रेफर्स टू द एंटायर एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ द बॉय, द बॉडी. द लैंड इज हिज, द होल बॉडी ऑफ द सन बिलोंग्स टू द सन एंड नॉट ऑफ द फादर. वैल्यूज किसकी हैं? फादर की हैं. सीड्स किसके हैं? फादर के हैं. बट बॉडी किसकी है? बेटे की है. The land is his and none of mine. This is a question कि क्या हुआ? What happened to the seeds of love, to the seeds of patience, to the seeds of kindness? Where have they all gone? Have they just been wasted? Or were they sown जहाँ the body was completely his? और मेरा तो इसमें कुछ है ही नहीं. So this is what he feels. And then he says, we speak like strangers. See children, and this is the usage of like very clearly tells us that this is simile. कहता है हम एक दूसरे से strangers की तरह बात करते हैं. How painful it is. Can you imagine कि एक बाप बेटे में बात हो रही है, एक फादर सन में बात हो रही है, और वो भी ऐसे स्ट्रेंजर्स की तरह. जैसे राह पे हमें कोई स्ट्रेंजर मिल जाता है, सड़क पे हमें कोई स्ट्रेंजर मिल जाता है, हमसे पूछता है सर व्हाट इज द टाइम, या हमें कहाँ जाना है, और हम कैजुअली बड़ी बात कर लेते हैं और उसे भूल जाते हैं. So he says, we speak like strangers. There is no sign of understanding in the air. And see children, how painful this is. There is no sign of understanding in the air. मतलब clash of personalities. जो फादर कहता है वो सन सुनने को तैयार नहीं है, जो सन कहता है वो फादर सुनने समझने के लिए तैयार नहीं है. सो दिस इज जनरेशन गैप, और दिस इज गैप ऑफ एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ मेंटल अंडरस्टैंडिंग. देर इज नो बॉन्ड, नो लव, नो पेशेंस, नो काइंडनेस, नो अंडरस्टैंडिंग ईच अदर, नो अकोमोडेटिंग ईच अदर. And that is why they have become strangers. And there is no sign of understanding in the air. I am sure you people would understand. कभी कभी अगर घर में आर्ग्यूमेंट हो जाए, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ब्रदर सिस्टर में हो जाए, घर में कोई दो बड़े लोगों में हो जाए, कैसा हो जाता है घर का जो पूरा एटमॉस्फेयर होता है वो कितना टेंस हो जाता है. इट बिकम्स सो नेगेटिव एंड सो सफोकेटिंग. तो ये उसी एटमॉस्फेयर की बात हो रही है. देयर इज नो साइन ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग इन द एयर. मतलब between their father and son there is no sign of understanding. The atmosphere is so negative, it is so full of rigidity, it is so full of distance that they are not ready to understand each other. And here in the last two lines, the father is giving, signs of hopelessness. And, he says that it is so bad. The child is built to my design, yet what he loves, I cannot share. वो कहता है कि the son has grown up as wished by me. कि the child is built to my design, मतलब बड़ा तो ये वैसे ही हुआ है जैसे मैंने इसको करा. Built to my design मतलब the way I wanted. The father has raised the child as he wanted. उतने ही प्यार से, उतने ही तसल्ली से. So he's saying the child is built to my design का मतलब ये हुआ the son has grown up as wished by me. Yet what he loves I cannot share. मतलब yet what he likes I do not like. प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है? प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जो उसको पसंद है वो फादर को पसंद नहीं है, जो फादर को पसंद है वो उसको पसंद नहीं है. और इन सब चीजों के बीच में क्या हो रहा है? देर इज नो मिडिल ग्राउंड, देर इज नो स्पेस और देर इज नो पॉइंट वेर इन बोथ द फादर एंड सन कैन गेट टूगेदर और एक कुछ कंक्लूजन निकाल लें या एक कोई ऐसा सोल्यूशन निकाल लें कि भाई द रिलेशनशिप शुड बी सेव्ड. So what we see is that the father is extremely unhappy because he does not understand his own son. He says that though they have been living together since his son's birth, but there is no understanding. And now once again he tries to go back to his son's childhood days. And he hopes that, he can just get some points from that age and maybe then, something can be done. और उसके बाद यहाँ he compares his son. He uses metaphor. Please note down. He compares his son to a plant, to a seed. Okay, and he says that, maybe this child I had grown him up. I have raised him in a way that he is supposed to be just the way I wanted. So he is sad that, why is it that he is not coming up the way I raised him? So he compares his son to a plant. He is grown up now and seems to be a stranger. So he is saying कि भाई I had sown the seeds of love. But unfortunately, the plant that grew up to be or the tree that grew up to be is not something that I had wished for. Not something that I had desired. And now what he says, I cannot understand. What I say, he doesn't understand. So there is a lot of rigidity, there is communication gap, there is lack of understanding, there is no bonding, there is no love, there is no patience. And they have become like strangers. Very, very important. I mean, just imagine how painful this could be, father and a son turning to be strangers. This is what has been told in the first two stanzas. So now, silence surrounds us. मतलब there is no communication. आपस में कोई बातचीत नहीं है, सिर्फ खामोशी है. I would have him prodigal. Now this word prodigal, इसको समझेंगे. Prodigal means wasteful, बहुत wastage करने वाला. So basically prodigal बेटा, it is a parable. There is a parable in the Bible by the name of prodigal son. So parables are like small narratives जो आपको lessons देते हैं. So it was about this son. Bible में इसका reference है कि there was a man, a father, उसके दो बेटे थे और he was a good man, he was a rich man. तो इस बेटे ने बोला छोटे वाले ने कि फादर यू गिव मी माई शेयर ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी और मुझे यहाँ आपके साथ विलेज में आपके फार्म पे काम नहीं करना है. आई वॉन्ट टू गो टू द सिटी, आई वॉन्ट टू गो टू द टाउन एंड आई विल डू समथिंग बिग ऑन माई ओन, सो मुझे मेरे प्रॉपर्टी का हिस्सा दे दो. अब फादर ने कहा ठीक है. फादर क्या करता? फादर ने उसको सारा उसका पैसा दे दिया और वो शहर चला गया. एंड बिकॉज ही वॉज सो वेस्टफुल, उसने सारा पैसा बेकार कर दिया, वेस्ट कर दिया. नाउ व्हाट हैपन्स? अब घर वापस नहीं आ सकता वो, तो उसने क्या करा? उसने वहीं शहर में एक रिच बिजनेसमैन के यहाँ उसने नौकरी कर ली. ही बिकेम अ सर्वेंट देयर and his condition was so bad that he used to eat with the animals. और उसकी हालात वहाँ इतने ख़राब हो गए, उसको इतना ज़्यादा गिल्ट हुआ, और वो उसने अपने आप से कहा कि मेरे घर पे मेरे फादर के सर्वेंट्स इतना अच्छा खाना खाते हैं और यहाँ मैं यहाँ इन जानवरों के साथ खा रहा हूँ. एंड ही फेल्ट सो सॉरी. और फिर क्या हुआ? बिकॉज ही वॉज अ प्रोडिगल, ही वॉज अ वेस्टफुल, ही रियलाइज्ड हिज मिस्टेक, और वो वापस अपने फादर के पास चला गया. अब जब वो वापस आ गया तो फादर को क्या करना चाहिए? उसको भगा देना चाहिए. सी, इट शुड हैव बीन लाइक दैट, बट नो. A father is a father, parents are parents for some reason. The father welcomed him back. Father ने उसको forgive करा. He welcomed him back. He forgave him, and then he said कि चलो ठीक है, whatever has happened. Now you are back and I forgive you. तो ये था parable. तो prodigal son, basically parable का नाम है The Prodigal Son. If you want, you can Google it up. तो अब coming back to the poem. Silence surrounds us. I would have him prodigal, returning to his father's house, the home he knew, rather than see him make and move his world. तो कहता है कि मुझे ये बात टॉलरेट है, I can tolerate this thing, कि ये prodigal हो जाए, चाहे सब कुछ बर्बाद कर दे, बट वापस मेरे पास आ जाए, to the father's house, the home he knew. Rather than see him make and move his world. वो कहता है कि I cannot see him leave this house and make his home somewhere else. So what he is saying is that I wish my son, like in the prodigal story, came back, rather than making his own different world and living in that. और यहाँ पे एक सबसे important बात जो है बेटा वो ये है कि he is saying I am ready to forgive him. I would forgive him too. फॉरगिव हिम टू मतलब और किसने फॉरगिव करा था? पैरेबल में, उस स्टोरी में उस लड़के के फादर ने भी उसको फॉरगिव करा था. कहता है आई वुड फॉरगिव हिम टू, शेपिंग फ्रॉम सॉरो अ न्यू लव. शेपिंग फ्रॉम सॉरो का न्यू लव का मतलब ये हुआ कि आई एम रेडी टू फॉरगिव हिम एंड डेवलप अ न्यू लविंग रिलेशनशिप फ्रॉम हिम विद हिम. कहां से डेवलप होगा वो? फ्रॉम सॉरो टू न्यू लव. तो अभी तो बहुत सैड है सब कुछ, बट ही इज रेडी टू मेक चेंजेस एंड गो टूवर्ड्स दिस रिलेशनशिप. तो वो बहुत क्लियरली इस बात को बोलता है कि भाई मुझे ये भी बर्दाश्त है कि ये प्रोडिगल हो जाए, बट मेरे पास वापस आ जाए, मुझसे दूर ना जाए. आई के नॉट सी हिम कि ये घर छोड़ के चला जाए, अपनी नई गृहस्थी कहीं बसा ले, मुझसे अलग हो जाए. नहीं, मैं इसको अगर ये कुछ गड़बड़ कर भी देता है तो एज अ फादर आई एम रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट हिम बैक, फॉरगिव हिम एंड वेलकम हिम इन माई लाइफ, एंड देन फ्रॉम वॉट एवर द प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन इज आई एम रेडी टू रीन्यू थिंग्स एंड रीस्टार्ट इट. रीस्टार्ट कर देते हैं ना मोबाइल फोन, या रीबूट कर देते हैं वॉट एवर, और फिर सब कुछ नया करने की हम कोशिश करते हैं. तो two things, children, I want you to pay attention. Look at the word over here, forgive. The father is ready to forgive and forget, and he is ready to restart. फिर से शुरू करते हैं, नए सिरे से शुरू करते हैं. और उसी के साथ साथ एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात यहां नजर आती है, that the father is not giving up. उसने ये नहीं कहा कि अच्छा हो गया है पैसा, हो गया सब बर्बाद, गो गेट आउट, डोंट शो मी योर फेस, डोंट कम बैक टू मी. ही डिडंट डू दैट. ही इज रेडी टू रीस्टार्ट थिंग्स विद हिम एंड ही विशेस टू डू दैट बिकॉज ही इज अ फादर. एंड अ फादर कैन नेवर हेट हिज चिल्ड्रन. पेरेंट्स कैन नेवर हेट देयर चिल्ड्रन. वो गुस्सा तो हो सकते हैं बट आपसे परमानेंटली कभी मुंह नहीं मोड़ सकते. लेट्स सी अहेड. अब वो बोलता है फादर एंड सन वी बोथ मस्ट लिव ऑन द सेम ग्लोब एंड द सेम लैंड. कहता है भाई हम बाप बेटे हैं, वी आर फादर एंड सन. बीइंग फादर एंड सन वी बोथ हैव टू लिव इन द सेम प्लेस एंड द सेम वर्ल्ड. हमें यहीं रहना है, एक साथ रहना है, इसी घर में, सेम ग्लोब सेम लैंड. तो वी मस्ट लिव ऑन द सेम ग्लोब एंड द सेम लैंड. मस्ट लिव मतलब वी शुड लिव टुगेदर, क्योंकि हम फादर एंड सन हैं, हम बाप बेटे हैं. बिकॉज वी आर फादर एंड सन, ऐसा कहाँ लिखा है कि भाई आप बड़े हुए तो आप अपने पेरेंट्स को छोड़ के चले जाएंगे? कहीं भी नहीं लिखा. एंड यू नो, इज इट नॉट अ मॉरल ऑब्लिगेशन ऑन द चिल्ड्रन कि जब हम बड़े हो जाएं, इट इज आवर ड्यूटी टू टेक केयर ऑफ आवर पेरेंट्स. आज हम जो भी हैं सिर्फ अपने पेरेंट्स की वजह से हैं. तो वो कहता है, आई वॉन्ट बोथ ऑफ अस टू स्टे टुगेदर ऑन द सेम ग्लोब, ऑन द सेम लैंड, ऑन इन द सेम हाउस. बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है? प्रॉब्लम ये है, ही स्पीक्स, आई कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड माई सेल्फ. वो कहता है कि ऐसा नहीं है, द सन स्पीक्स, वो बात करता है, बट आई कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड माई सेल्फ. फादर कहता है कि मैं उसको समझ ही नहीं पाता कि वो क्या कह रहा है और क्यों कह रहा है. सो when the son speaks, the father is unable to understand him. और अंडरस्टैंड क्या? आई कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड माई सेल्फ. उस वक्त फादर के मन में कैसे इमोशंस हैं? वाई एंगर ग्रोज फ्रॉम ग्रीफ. ये लाइन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, इसे थोड़ा सा समझेंगे. जब कभी लड़ाई हो जाती है बेटा, चाहे वो दो फ्रेंड्स में हो जाए, घर में हो जाए, हमारे साथ, किसी के साथ भी हो जाए, तो व्हाट हैपेंस व्हेन वी आर वेरी एंग्री, व्हेन वी फाइट. और जैसे ही वी फाइट, वी ऑलवेज फील दैट यू नो वी आर द विक्टिम्स. हमारे साथ गलत हुआ है, हमारे साथ बुरा हुआ है. और जैसे ही वी विक्टिमाइज आवरसेल्व्स, वी फॉल इनटू ग्रीफ. हम इतने दुखी हो जाते हैं, इतने इमोशनल हो जाते हैं कि हमें लगता है कि सब हमारे साथ ही गलत हो रहा है. सो व्हेन द सन स्पीक्स, द फादर कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. और उसके बाद एंगर ग्रोज फ्रॉम ग्रीफ. इतने हम दुखी हो जाते हैं कि यार हमारे साथ ही बुरा कर रहा है. मैंने इसको बड़ा करा, इसे पाला, इसके सुख में, इसके दुख में, इसके बचपन में, इसकी बीमारी में, और आज दिस इज व्हाट आई गेट इन रिटर्न. तो जब ये वाली फीलिंग आ जाती है बेटा, दैट इज व्हेन एंगर ग्रोज फ्रॉम ग्रीफ. एंड मे बी इसको हम तभी समझ सकते हैं यू नो व्हेन वी आइदर बिकम पेरेंट्स, या फिर अगर हम किसी बहुत लविंग रिलेशनशिप में हैं और अगर वहाँ चीज़ें खराब हों, तब एंगर ग्रोज फ्रॉम ग्रीफ. व्हेन वी फील दैट वी हैव डन एवरीथिंग फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन, but this person is not able to reciprocate. He or she is not understanding. So the father says that when this child speaks, when my son speaks, I cannot understand. और उसके बाद क्या होता है? Anger grows from grief. There is anger in the father. और वो anger कहाँ से आता है? Grief से आता है. What is grief? Grief is sadness. और फिर वो लास्ट की 2 लाइन्स में कहता है, वी ईच पुट आउट एन एम्प्टी हैंड. कहता है हम दोनों ही अपना हाथ बढ़ाते हैं सामने, एम्प्टी हैंड. ठीक? लॉन्गिंग फॉर समथिंग टू फॉरगिव, विच मीन्स दैट ईच ऑफ देम एक्सटेंड्स एन एम्प्टी हैंड टू रीबिल्ड अ न्यू रिलेशनशिप. दोनों ही कोशिश कर रहे हैं, गिव अप नहीं करा है. द सन इज ऑल्सो ट्राइंग, द फादर इज ऑल्सो ट्राइंग, एंड बोथ ऑफ देम आर डिजायरिंग और दे आर लुकिंग फॉर समथिंग टू फॉरगिव. द सन ऑल्सो वॉन्ट्स टू फॉरगिव द फादर ऑल्सो वॉन्ट्स टू फॉरगिव द सन. बट क्या हो रहा है? दे आर बोथ रीचिंग आउट एन एम्प्टी हैंड. ठीक? तो अगर इस हाथ में, you know, if another hand is not coming in my hands, it's an empty hand. What do I do? I'm only trying. So both of them are just reaching out an empty hand, longing मतलब desire, इच्छा, for something to forgive. So the poem kind of, you know, ends here that both of them want to forgive, both of them are trying, both of them are not giving up, but somehow things are not working out due to generation gap, due to impatience, due to lack of understanding, due to being rigid, due to being so selfish. Maybe you can even be selfish. So this is what the poetry Father to Son is about. Okay, once again I would like to, you know, summarize it for you. So let's say the father is, I will give you a general summary. The father is unhappy because, you know, he does not have understanding of his own son, And even though they have been living together since his son's birth, there is still no understanding. So now he tries again to feel the pulse of his son by going back to the son's childhood days. कि फिर से उसके बचपने में जाके देखूं कि जैसे वो बचपन में था वहीं से कुछ पॉइंट्स उठाऊं to rebuild this relationship. He is hopeful that he can get something from the childhood. And then he compares his son to a plant. And then he says, that he is grown up now, but he seems to be a stranger. कुछ भी वैसा नहीं हुआ जैसा उसने सीड्स डाले थे, वैसे नतीजे नहीं मिले. Though the son has grown up as he wished by the father, even then there is like no compatibility between the two. They are strangers. कोई compatibility नहीं, understanding नहीं है. Father is not happy to see his son and himself living like strangers. दोनों एक दूसरे को देख के खुश नहीं है. They are in the same house and they are living like strangers. And then the father says that he would like him to waste all his money, कि ये prodigal हो जाए, and come back home so that the broken links can be cemented again. कि ठीक है, कर दे पैसा वेस्ट, कोई बात नहीं, वापस आ जाए बस मेरे पास. ये लाइन्स बहुत टचिंग है बेटा. These lines tell us, that strong desire of a father, that urge of a father, that desire, that longing of a father कि चलो चाहे कर दे सब बर्बाद, but आ जाए मेरे पास वापस. I want my son back. And then he wants to rebuild things, restart things. He hopes that the son would come to him and he would very easily forgive him for all the mistakes that he has done. And a new relationship based on mutual love can then blossom once again. But unfortunately, there is so much of misunderstanding between the two that even though both of them are trying, okay, the father is also trying and the son is also trying, both of them are putting out an empty hand each, and they are trying to forgive something and maybe build on something that is so beautiful. A father and son relationship is like very, very nice. And after a point of time, they become buddies. They become friends. So, this is what the poem Father to Son is all about. And after this explanation is done, thereafter, let us see, I will be sending you extracts. Class 11th. So these are a few questions given here. I will be sending you the answers to these questions as well. So you will be having them. So if you just quickly look at what the question says, it says that, just a second, yeah. So it says that, does the poem talk of an exclusive personal experience or is it fairly universal? मतलब क्या हुआ? कि क्या जो इस पोएम का थीम है ये कोई एक्सक्लूसिव, कोई पर्टिकुलर थीम है या ये यूनिवर्सल प्रॉब्लम है, ये सबकी प्रॉब्लम है? इट इज अ यूनिवर्सल प्रॉब्लम. एवरी हाउस एट वन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम फेसेस दिस रिफ्ट वेयर द पेरेंट्स एंड द चिल्ड्रन फील कि एक दूसरे को नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं और डिफरेंसेस होने लगते हैं, चैलेंजेस आने लगते हैं. और उसी चैलेंज को, उसी डिफरेंस को our poet has tried to bring it to us. So these rifts need to be taken care of. Then the second question is, how is the father's helplessness brought out in the poem? Yes, the father is very helpless. वो कहता है भाई पहली लाइन ही हेल्पलेसनेस का बिल्कुल एपिटोम है कि आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड दिस चाइल्ड, कि मुझे नहीं समझ आता ये लड़का. So it has been so effectively brought out, the father is regretting. They have become strangers. He wants him to come back. ये सब क्या है? ये सब हेल्पलेसनेस ही तो है. कहता है मैं माफ कर दूंगा. Then the next question is, identify the phrases and lines that indicate distance between the father. कौन सी लाइन जो डिस्टेंस बताती हैं? पहली लाइन, नंबर 1, I do not understand this child. ठीक. नंबर 2, I know nothing of him. मैं कुछ नहीं जानता इसके बारे में. नंबर 3, we speak like strangers. नेक्स्ट, वॉट ही लव्स आई कैन नॉट शेयर. जो उसको पसंद है वो मुझे पसंद नहीं है. ओके. नेक्स्ट, ही स्पीक्स आई कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. वो बात करता है मुझे समझ ही नहीं आता. And most important, we put out an empty hand longing for something to forgive. These are the lines that tell us कि कितना सारा distance है इनके बीच में. That's fun. So these three questions, the question 4 is irrelevant. We will be not looking into it. So these three questions, the textbook's questions you are doing in your book, and there would be some extracts that I will be sending to you in the PDF form. And class 11th, once again I am telling you, complete your work and send it to me on my WhatsApp. That's very important. So whatever lapses are there here and there, please work it out and complete this work. So this was the beautiful poetry, Father to Son by Elizabeth Jennings. So let's just dedicate this lovely poem to your father, and let's just go and hug your father and say thank you to him and tell him that you love him and tell him how important is his presence in your life. And also, my dear children, as you grow up, do not become a stranger to your parents. Please do not. Develop patience, develop kindness, be with them, spend time with them, try to understand them, help them, both of them, your mom and your dad, both. And then grow up to be the wonderful trees and the wonderful personalities that they have wished for you. So on this note, I wind up the class here. Take care, complete the work, and have a lovely day. In case you have any problem, please get back to me.